Welcome back to Bravo Breaking News with Kim and Lisa. So last time you guys saw us, we were on here manifesting an invite back to Kathy Hilton's house for the holidays. And we're back this week to share that our wish actually came true.
Literally, Kim needs to write a book about manifesting because she is the queen. Whatever this girl sets her mind to, I swear she makes it happen. So DIRECTV's Christmas at Kathy's party happened on Tuesday night. Bravo Breaking News was there. We were not only invited to the party, but to actually cover the red/blue carpet. Now, Kim, I unfortunately was not able to go, and I will again be bringing this up with my therapist so that I can process these emotions. You guys, I'm kidding. I'm not going to therapy over not getting invited to Kathy's party. Okay, that was a joke. So everyone just relax. I'm just being dramatic. But anyway, so I sadly was not able to go, but Kim and our dear friend Sophia, friend of the pod, fan favorite, BBN correspondent, you guys were there, you represented. Tell us everything.
I mean, I am still on cloud nine. Where do we even begin? First of all, we were so sad that you couldn't make it. We definitely felt we missed your presence there. And you couldn't make it because what we got was a last minute invite. I got confirmation. Let's be real about this. I got confirmation the morning of that we would be attending this event. And not only attending, but the morning of, I received an email, would you like to cover the red carpet? Now, guys, we have a podcast. We have a YouTube channel. I run an Instagram. Do I find myself, interviewing people on red carpets? No, I do not. But, I have done the run and gun interviews at BravoCon, etc. I'm sure you've all seen me with my mini mic. So I was up for the challenge. I'm like, yep, gonna get my tripod, gonna get my mini mic, gonna get my phone. And Sophia and I went and we were on the red carpet. We were right next to Page 6, Us Weekly. I mean, we were up there with the big wigs. It was absolutely insane. So that's how the party's.
You have arrived. Like, literally, this is so insane and so exciting. You have arrived. But you belong there too. If you guys haven't seen her interviews that she's put up, like, she is such a natural when it comes to interviewing people. I would probably be stumbling over my words, but Kim holds it down. She knows exactly what to say to make these Bravo celebrities feel comfortable so that they open up to her. I am beyond proud of you. And I mean, I wasn't worried at all, but I was so impressed.
Oh, I was worried. I was stressed out the entire day. But once you get there, you kind of just snap into the zone. Didn't have much time to prepare, did not know who was going to be there. So you had to come up with questions on the fly as you saw them coming down the red carpet. It was insane. Now, I will say, before I get into this, we are recapping Beverly Hills, guys, but bear with us because we must cover Christmas at Kathy's first. But the red carpet the blue carpet, was absolutely amazing. I got to interview almost everybody from Salt Lake City, including baby gorgeous Lisa Barlow, Anne K, Bronwyn, Mary M. Cosby. I mean, these icons, it was surreal talking to them. Now, we've hung out with Lisa Barlow before. She did actually remember us from last time.
No.
She's just the baby gorgeous that you would think she is.
Oh my gosh, she actually remembered you. Wow, that's something.
It is something.
Now, let me ask about Mary. I know you interviewed Mary and you guys had a great talk. And then at the end, you had to call Mary out on something. So share with us. Share what went down.
Mary Cosby has me blocked, and it's been a real rough spot in my life. I'm not blocked by many people. Lisa Rinna to be one, Jax Taylor, of course, newly Tamra Judge as well. But Mary Cosby has had me blocked for a long time. So, of course, I had to bring it up because I've been a fan from her from the very beginning. But, maybe there was a post, I don't know, that rubbed her the wrong way. I've never said anything poorly about her. She was kind of taken aback when I, told her she had me blocked. But she said, I'm going to get unblocked. Has yet to happen. I did her interview. So, Mary, if you're listening, please unblock me. But
Give Kim another chance, Mary.
please.
Maybe unloves you.
Of course, also got to interview Queen Kathy. I mean, she was just obviously the highlight of the night. She's the queen, the host of the party, and she could not be more gracious. Make sure you catch that interview because it's hilarious. She talks about the Rolls Royce moment, the pillows, praying, all of that. She does clear up a few things, and I loved it so much. One thing that did surprise me, though, there was not a single other Real Housewife of Beverly Hills there. Not a Kyle in sight, not a Sutton or Garcelle. I think Sutton was at Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
No other Beverly Hills housewives, no Miami. We had a few Potomac. I did get to talk to Dr. Wendy, which was also a highlight. I mean, obviously, Miss 4 Degrees. I was so intimidated by her smarts and her beauty. It was crazy. I also got to meet newbie from Southern Charm, Ryan, who we saw a glimpse of in the premiere, but I think we'll get to see more of. He's fabulous. Olivia, Southern Charm veteran. I got to talk to her about her engagement and what's going on in her life now. The whole Southern hospitality crew was there, guys. I mean, they are.
I mean, if there's a party, they're going to show up. That's for sure.
1,000%. I mean, they would not miss it for the world. With Vanderpump Rules kind of on the wayside, they are kind of like the rising, like restaurant stars of Bravo. Yeah. And they're so excited. They're so excited about the show and its success and to be a part of this. It was just fabulous.
Speaking of VPR, you said James was there, and it has come out today that James was arrested later that evening after the party on domestic violence charges. So was James there with Allie? Did you notice anything? Did he seem like maybe he was drinking? Like anything you can share with us there?
Yes. So I did see James and Allie. They were together. They were on the carpet. I didn't get a chance to interview them, but I did see them inside. They were having fun. They seemed to be having fun. I saw something that Allie actually filmed something with Kathy prior to the event. She read her astrology, her stars and her signs. So it seems like Allie was, having a great time that night as well. Things did not seem in the least weird or bad between them. They seem to be having a good time. I will say I did hear that Nick Viall, who was also there, said that James had been drinking. I personally didn't see that. We know James has, been on a sobriety journey. So it's tough to hear that he's kind of fallen back off the wagon. And
so tough to hear because it's like, dude, we're all rooting for you. Like we literally all want to see you succeed and live your best life. And it's disappointing to say the least. And Allie, I mean, granted, we don't know the whole situation. We don't know if she's the woman involved, but it, kind of seems like that would make sense. So assuming it was Allie, it's like, girl, you deserve better. I know you love him, but no woman deserves to go through something like that.
Not at all. My heart goes out to her. She stood by this man. There have been rumors swirling that this is not the first time that this has happened, but she has come out and said that, this didn't happen. And I love James, and she's always by his side supporting him. Oh gosh, yeah. To see them hours before something like this happened. I saw the headline and I was like, oh my God, don't tell me this happened right after the event. And surely it did. It was so crazy, but everyone else, seemed to have a fabulous time. I will say there were so many other stars there, from Selling Sunset, from RuPaul's Drag Race, Married to Medicine, so many. We got Christmas karaoke with Kathy and Lisa Barlow. They took to the mic. I mean,
so good.
Make sure you head over to my Instagram to watch that. It was just a star-studded affair. There were Bravo creators everywhere. Shout out to Up and Adam, Zachary Reality, Ryan Bailey, Taste of Reality. We got to mingle with not only Bravo Lebs, but our fellow Bravo creators. It was just so much fun.
Oh, I love it so much. I am truly so happy that you got to go. And I will be signing up for your masterclass in manifesting ASAP.
Just put it out there. Don't be afraid to put it out into the universe, guys. Ask, believe, receive. That is my motto. It doesn't always hurt to ask. So
you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. So that's how it all happened. If you guys have any more questions or want to see my DIRECTV blue carpet interviews, head over to Instagram. I started posting them, but there are so many more that I need to post. And I got some good tea, actually. So make sure you head over to Instagram at bravobreakingnews to see it all. Lisa, you will be joining me next year on that blue carpet, manifesting it here.
We're putting it out there now.
Right now. So without further ado, let's dive into Beverly Hills.
Okay, let's do it. So we pick back up in Oceanside on Kathy's trip, and we are at dinner. Kyle and Dorit are going head to head, and Dorit basically says, look, you require blind loyalty, and if you don't get that, then you ice me out. And Kyle is like, yeah, you're not wrong. So that's pretty shocking admission, I think. And it's a pretty shocking way to treat a friendship. I feel like Teresa Giudice is kind of similar. Like, if you're not 100% on my side in every situation, then you're dead to me. Guys, I don't think that's that healthy. Like, I feel like friends should be able to challenge one another. And Dorit says, I've given you grace for 2 years, but time's up, and everything has been on Kyle's terms up until this point, and Dorit's just over it. So, she's really harping on this double standard that she thinks Kyle has for her and for everyone else. Do you think that Kyle does have a double standard with Dorit?
Yeah, I kind of do. I don't know. I feel like Kyle is blowing this whole thing out of proportion. I feel like, who has to apologize really is Kyle here, in my opinion. And she does. She apologizes for saying the comment about the exaggerated friendship on Amazon Live. And then Dorit is like, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. And Kyle's like, whoa, stop right there. That's not a real apology. You don't mean it. You are not genuine. Then we have Garcelle chiming in, who we know has never been a Dorit fan. And I feel like any chance she gets, she will try to jump on Dorit. And she uses this chance. She says, I second that. Anytime you say you're sorry, it is not genuine. I feel like Dorit does want to move on, but she's just not going to let it slide under the rug. She's not going to take this lightly. She says later in the episode that she's proceeding with caution, which I think is fair. She thought that her and Kyle were very close friends. Kyle didn't think that, and that's kind of upsetting. So I don't know. I feel like if we're weighing, what the two did wrong, I feel like what Kyle said is way worse than what Dorit said or did. And I do feel like Dorit wants to move forward, but she's not going to just, like you said, grovel at Kyle's feet for it.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. And I think the whole icing out is so interesting because we have seen over the years Kyle say that her family has iced her out, over the years for certain instances, and it affects her so deeply and it hurts her so much. She's like, it affects, my kids and everything. So for her to feel that way when it's done to her, and then for her to do it to someone else, Sutton told her, Kyle, you need to work on this. And I'm going to echo that, because that's not okay to do to someone.
I agree with you. I don't know. Everybody deals with things differently, and we obviously know Kyle's going through a lot. I was gonna say, like, I'm trying to give her a little bit of grace, but as Dorit said, grace time is over. So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's time to really hold her accountable.
All right. So we get to the boat, right? We're going on a yacht. We got the yacht. We got these cute little Moki cars. I don't know how you say it. To ride to the yacht. And we got to talk about this quick little flash in a pan of a scene where we see Kathy brushing her teeth or polishing her teeth with an eyeshadow brush.
Hey,
Now, leave it to Kathy. Leave it to Kathy to do something like that. I don't know if it's brilliant or if it's like, why, but I don't know. I'm here for it because she just brings such levity and funny moments to the show.
exactly. I had a couple questions. First of all, I hope it was like a completely clean, unused eyeshadow brush, like brand new. Also, Kathy, if I were you, I'm pretty sure you can call down to the front desk at any hotel, even like a Holiday Inn or like a Hilton Garden Inn, Hilton, and they will have a shitty, I will say, but toothbrush down there for you to borrow. So just a little tip, Kathy, when you're traveling, you don't have to use your eyeshadow brush to brush your teeth.
Hot tip.
Yeah.
All right, so we're boarding the yacht. Sutton immediately takes to Captain Theo. And, she likes his biceps. She is just into this nautical seaman, I guess I will say. And we see Kathy upstairs. They're supposed to sit down for lunch. The chef is preparing their meal, and she is directing the chef on how to properly cook the lobster, how to use the barbecue. Everyone's making fun of her because Kathy's telling the chef how to cook the meal. And I do think, when she's having an event, she wants everything to be perfect. She wants it done her way. And hey, she's earned that right. But it is pretty funny seeing someone telling the chef what to do. I feel like my mom would probably do the same thing.
Well, and this all makes sense. It ties back to a moment that she brought up on Watch What Happens Live that I posted recently. Can we grill the corn? She really, really was adamant about Mauricio grilling the corn in Aspen. And it's because now we know why, because she's a barbecue master. She's the grill master. So I would take barbecue tips from Kathy Hilton, I think. I mean, she seems to know what she's doing in that area.
Yeah, I agree. So they kind of break the ice with the Dorit and Kyle of it all. And this time we actually get somewhere.
I know. They actually, I don't know, it feels like things have simmered down. They got to, go back to their rooms and kind of regroup overnight. They basically apologize again. They say, I don't hate you. I love you. Kyle gets emotional. And they kind of start to talk about how it's very ironic that at this moment, their husbands are really, really close while they are the furthest apart that they've ever been. And it's really sad. It is really ironic. They do want to, it seems like they are ready to mend things. But like I said, Dorit is still a little bit cautious about it, which I think rightfully so. But it was nice to have this moment on the boat. However, I don't think it's the end. I think that we're going to see this feud come back up. I think that maybe they decided to squash it for this trip for now. But once they get back in Beverly Hills, I'm not sure it's going to stay this way.
All right. Well, we'll have to stay tuned. We'll have to watch what happens live on this one. So we get this moment with Sutton and Dorit, which is, kind of interesting because they've also kind of butted heads in the past. And Sutton is being a friend in this moment. She's telling Dorit, hey, I know what you're going through is hard. And if you need to, you can lean on me a little bit. I thought that little bit was so funny. It just stood out to me because And I don't even think she meant anything by it. It was probably like, oh, because we're not super close friends. So obviously you're not going to lean on me all the way, but like I'm here if you need a little extra support. But to me, it came across as like, you can lean on me, but like just like not too much. I don't want like that much of it. And then we also get like this is juxtaposed with Kyle and Garcelle talking at the front of the boat about what is next in their life, right? So like what's next in their careers are going well, but like their kids are growing up, they're not like wives at the moment. And so Kyle's kind of scared to end up alone. And Garcelle's like, yeah, I've been trying to figure out like what my next steps are as well. And then we also hear like Dorit sharing that she feels like she's scared she's going to end up alone. So it's just kind of sad to like see these ladies who, seemingly have everything in the world, at least to the outsider. But at the end of the day, like they are just human and they are scared that they're going to grow old and be by themselves.
I really liked these moments. I really liked how Sutton and Garcelle kind of took Kyle and Dorit off on their own and had like these moments where they were able to share some common ground and kind of talk about things that they're both going through, how they can relate to each other. So I really enjoyed this moment. I do think that Dorit needs somebody to lean on. She has Erica right now, and it seems like she has Sutton, but obviously that doesn't stick long because they get to the sprinter ban and shit kind of hits the fan. But yeah, I really liked this moment, though. This is where Garcelle finds out that PK has actually been texting Kyle. Kyle chooses to share this with Garcelle. Why? I do not know, because I think that this is only going to get her in more trouble. I feel like this is what is going to bring back up the feud between Kyle and Dorit. Is Dorit going to be okay with PK texting Kyle? I don't know. I don't know if I would be okay with that. Not that I would think anything was going on between them, but I would still just think it was a little odd. Don't you think?
No, you're absolutely right. I think this is going to cause a little bit of an issue and probably cause Dorit not to trust Kyle, because why is she just now saying it?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know why PK is texting her. Texts her.
Texts her. Yeah, and then you brought up a good point. So, are you trying to tell me that this entire boat they didn't leave the marina? Is that what you're saying? Because you are the one that notices the details. I didn't notice this detail.
If you watch the whole boat ride, they do not go out to open water. They're just cruising around the marina. And I've been on a boat ride like that before, and it's bullshit. I'm like, no, get me out into the ocean. I want to see the dolphins. I want to feel the fresh air. I do not want to be in this gasoline tainted, row of boats, like just cruising around at 5 miles an hour. Like Erica says, open it up. Let's see what this boat's got, what kind of power she's got. It was so funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got the yacht, but the yacht didn't go anywhere. So I don't know what that counts for. So the ladies leave the boat. Sutton is smitten with the captain. She gives him her number. I hope that maybe this turns into something. I would love to see how this plays out. But the ladies get back and then they get ready for dinner. And oh boy, this dinner is like chaotic from start to finish. We start off finding out a very interesting fact about Kathy Hilton.
Well, yeah, Kathy doesn't just send, nudes to Rick on the iPad, or she doesn't texty nude photos to him. But she does have some nude photos stored in a safe, in a vault, in the bank. Now, what a way to do it.
I mean, okay.
No digital genius.
Well, I have some theories. Like, first of all, this must be like a fabulous like glamour shots, photo shoot, like a boudoir photo shoot or something.
Very tasteful. Very tasteful.
However, though, was she really just saying like, I have them like I keep them for safekeeping or something? Because they were like, do you send Rick nudes like while you're traveling or something? And no, I don't think she's actively taking them. But does she have a few that she just keeps in her safe, maybe for safekeeping on her phone somewhere? I don't know. I need to know whether there are physical photos in a physical safe or if she was just saying that as, a turn of phrase.
No, I literally think she has physical photos that were probably done, back in the 90s or something. And they're in a safety deposit box somewhere in a bank in Beverly Hills. That is my theory.
So Rick, when he's, when Kathy's traveling and he's feeling a bit spiky, he's got to drive to the bank, get that safety deposit box out. Hey, I mean, if that's, I guess that's how the rich live.
You got to do what you got to do.
Truly.
But she also shares that she's a little bit freaky. She likes the mirrors on the ceiling. She likes those Caesar Palace rooms in Vegas where they have the mirrors on the ceiling.
Love to hear it.
Okay, now another small detail that I need to bring up because I jolted from my seat when I heard this. The chef is describing the evening's menu. He says they will be having seared chicken breast. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Chicken, there are certain foods that can be seared, and there are certain foods that need to be cooked through. Chicken needs to be cooked through. There is no searing of chicken. You can't have chicken tartare, okay?
It's not a seared ahi.
It's not a seared ahi. There's no such thing as chicken sushi. That is salmonella. And I need to understand why this chef is not in jail.
Did not notice that once again. I hope the ladies were okay the next day. It's another interview question I will ask the next time I'm around any of these ladies.
I'm really hoping that I just heard it wrong or that he just used the wrong word or something. But like when he said that, I would have been like, I'm sorry, question, just quick question over here.
Oh boy. Yeah. I really hope for their sake that it was not in fact seared. It was fully cooked.
Okay. So the Teddy of it all comes up again, Kim. And now everyone's on Dorit's ass because she reposted something that Teddy tagged her in. And apparently this means that they're best friends. I did not understand this at all, okay? They're saying, Dorit, you're being a hypocrite because the night before you said you and Teddy aren't friends. Now you're reposting something about her dad's concert. And this is just beyond asinine. I don't understand why we're making this a thing. Dorit's like, yeah, she tagged me in it, and so I reposted it. They're like, but you're not close. And she's like, yeah, we're not close. I didn't say we weren't friends. I said we're not close friends. They rolled the tapes, and that's exactly what she said. So I feel like at this point, everyone's just out to get her.
Garcelle. Why are you bringing this up? Why are you bringing this up? She stops the dinner to bring up the fact that Dorit reposted a story that Teddy tagged her in. First of all, like you said, completely asinine. Second of all, yeah, Dorit's on stage with John Mellencamp. And so what if she's not close with Teddy? Those were her exact words the night before. They had to roll it twice. None of the women believe her, but she has the receipts.
Right.
Why wouldn't she repost this video? That's just what you do on Instagram, especially if you're on stage at John Mellencamp. But I did love that she was like, I'm going to support Teddy's dad. And Kyle in the confessional was like, you think that rock and roll Hall of Famer star John Mellencamp needs Dorit's support on Instagram? And I laughed out loud at this moment because, of course, he does not. But
gotta sell his tickets.
Yeah, of course. I just think that why not repost it? It's so stupid. This was
Literally nothing.
literally nothing. It was so stupid. Oh, and then to top off the night, we have Sutton, who has written a 2-page long speech for dinner to try to bring the ladies back together. It's kind of like a Girl Scout seance, like friends forever, sister of the traveling pants type of situation, where she, talks about how through ups and downs, they need to be a sisterhood. She brings a ribbon to tie their hands together. Sutton, I it's not landing for me. I don't think it landed for the women either. They were all confused. I think us as viewers were confused why this was happening. Surely you can have a conversation and be like, look, guys, we're in this together. Let's not like fight. Let's kind of try to be there for one another. But the way Sutton decided to go about it was not it.
We don't need the props. We don't need the written 2-page letter. I mean, when she had them put their hands in, this was some real sorority shit. Okay, it's not 4 years, it's for life kind of vibe that she was giving. And yeah, I don't think anyone knew how to react, because at first they were kind of snickering and laughing a little bit. And then I think they realized, oh, she's being serious with this. So we don't want to be rude, but like, what is happening?
What is happening? Yeah, nobody was rude. Everybody was questioning it in the confessional. But I don't know. It was weird. And then it got even weirder the next morning on the Sprinter ride home. So we're on the last day. Everybody's ready to pack up. And then we get on the Sprinter van and chaos ensues seemingly out of nowhere. And Sutton goes from, let's all be in this together, to we need to be open and honest with each other. And I need to say something that happened at last night's dinner. Like, what?
I am so glad that you were confused too, because I had no idea what was happening. I didn't know if Sutton was targeting Dorit or Garcelle in this moment, or Kyle. I'm sorry, not Garcelle. Erica in this moment. I didn't understand what her beef was. I think Dorit thought it was aimed at her. And so she started trying to explain herself, which then Sutton was trying to say, it's not about Teddy. And then everyone's yelling, it's not about Teddy. And then it's just escalating. I didn't know what was going on. Was she actually trying to call out Erica?
I think so. I think it's because Erica and Dorit have had this kind of bond this season, and Dorit keeps bringing Erica into the mix. She's like, well, Erica said this, I showed her this, and she responded this way, like kind of like using her as proof of some of the things that happen. So Garcelle or Sutton was trying to point out that Erica was actually talking behind Dorit's back to Kyle, saying that she didn't say that she was close friends with Teddy Mellencamp, even though she did say that she was not close friends with Teddy Mellencamp. I can't even keep this straight. But Erica was maybe in the spotlight for 0.2 seconds, because then Dorit and Sutton started going at it. It was, I don't know, guys.
Erica got off real scot-free in this one. And it just ends with Dorit yelling at Sutton, Sutton yelling at Dorit. Kathy's like, I don't think I want to be a part of this girls group anymore. And I don't blame you, Kathy. And then the kicker, they're not even driving back to LA. They were driving to the airport to get on a plane to fly back to LA. So the whole time I'm thinking this Sprinter van is going to take them up the 405. No, it's just taking them to the airport. So this will happen real fast.
Did they fly down too? I thought they took the Sprinter van. It's confusing. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Kathy Hilton to fly them private, fly everybody private, not just one way or first class one way. I know that Kathy Hilton is a classy lady and she's going to treat these ladies right. But yeah, it was confusing. I guess they do end up, going back to the plane to fly home. But boy, this trip was chaotic. And just to think that things are kind of coming together and people are finding a solution, it just gets ripped apart once again, and everybody's seemingly back where they started. So it doesn't really seem like anything was resolved on this trip, but did we expect it to be? No, probably.
No, I don't think anyone expected that blue ribbon to hold anything together for very long.
No. So that was this week's Beverly Hills. And our recap of the wonderful Christmas at Kathy's. Gosh, I could just relive that night over and over again. If you guys have questions or anything, drop them in the comments. Let us know what you thought of the episode. And make sure you head over to Bravo Breaking News on Instagram, where I will be posting all of the interviews. You can also find them on TikTok. I'll be trying to post them here on YouTube Shorts as well. There's so much content and so much fun to watch from the event. And that's it for this week, Lisa. Any closing thoughts?
No, just thank you guys so much for listening and watching. And again, I'm just so happy for you that your dream came true. Your Christmas wish came true. It was a Christmas miracle.
Well, we have 362 days to count down till next year's event. So we will be counting down every single one of them. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.